Hi, welcome back to my videos about the Violet Flame, a high-frequency spiritual energy that can work miracles in your life. Are you wondering if the Violet Flame really works? Is there anybody out there who has had real experiences with the Violet Flame? Can it really change lives? Yes, yes, and yes. Keep watching to hear about my personal Violet Flame experiences. You've heard me say that the Violet Flame is a spiritual fire that can transmute negative karma, literally everything negative and bad in your life. But many people are wondering if it really works or if these fantastic claims are just a joke. So, to answer that important question, let me share some of my life-changing examples. Part of my personal experience is what I have come to call my daily motivation injection. Keep watching to find out what I mean by that and how you can get those injections too. Complicated person in my life. So here's my first story. In the course of decades, I've had issues with one specific person who always tried to tell me what to do. He would not accept who I am or the decisions I made. Let's call this person Malcolm. Whenever I'd meet Malcolm, he'd criticize me, tell me what to do, and point out what I was doing wrong. It was always challenging and energy depleting. For certain reasons that don't matter here, I could not get out of these encounters. I had to see Malcolm every week or every other week, which made my life really complicated. So shortly after I learned about the Violet Flame, I tested it on this situation that had become so burdensome to me. Every day, while doing my Violet Flame mantras, I would visualize Malcolm in the Violet Flame. I did this for about 15 minutes daily for probably 2 to 3 months because I felt that Malcolm and I had a heavy karma and that only this spiritual work would help. Then one day I was astonished to see that he didn't make his usual critical comments. He just stopped using them, which was amazing to me. As our interactions improved, I was even able to bring up some spiritual things with him to which he seemed to be open. The entire situation and the entire relationship changed and became more of a live and let live arrangement. This really took a burden off of my shoulders and made my life so much easier. Sickness. Here's another example of how the Violet Flame has helped me. There was a time in my life when I was quite ill for months and even years. I ate healthy, I took care of my body, I meditated, avoided alcohol, sugar, etc. I did everything I could to be healthy, but nothing seemed to work. I went to see many doctors and did a zillion tests, but no one could find anything wrong with me. I often woke up in the morning with my energy depleted and I felt like I was hit by a bus. It was a really frustrating and depressing time. However, I did manage my day-to-day work during that time because of the Violet Flame. Every morning after waking up, I'd do an hour of Violet Flame mantras and I would always feel a huge difference between before and after these spiritual exercises. This was the only thing that helped me survive this difficult time. I am 100% sure that if I hadn't worked with the Violet Flame, I would have had to stay in bed the whole day and sleep and basically just rest and do nothing. Let me explain now what I call my daily motivation injection. Morning routine. Do you know those mornings you wake up and you are just in a bad mood without a reason why? You absolutely don't want to go to school or work. You don't want to see anybody. You actually don't want to do anything. It's cold and rainy outside and you just want to go back to sleep. I've had such mornings too, but guess what? Invoking the Violet Flame can turn them around completely. I may be 10 or 15 minutes into giving focused Violet Flame mantras and then everything changes. All of a sudden I feel such a joy, such a desire for life, such an uplifting feeling that I want to get started with my day right away. It's like getting a big motivation injection and whatever felt negative and heavy turns into the most beautiful and uplifting dance of life. I absolutely recommend getting started with the Violet Flame today. It does change lives and it does work. Just get started, try it and see how your life will be transformed into the life you've always dreamed of. Questions or comments? Have you been using the Violet Flame already? Leave me a comment below this video and tell me about your Violet Flame experience. If you like these videos, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Want to know more? If you want to learn more about the Violet Flame, check out my video, The Violet Flame, a Spiritual Super Weapon, which is linked below this video. Thanks so much for watching and have a great Violet Flame day.